Party people, what's up? Your boy Gabe Kersey here, coming at you with the very second episode of The Gift of Gabe show. And I bet just like me, you just finished watching Battle of the Belts 4 and are completed the last 4 hours of awesome wrestling action from both WWE and AEW. So, and hey, you guys know how this goes. We're just gonna get right on to the chase here because, well, for me, it's late. Depending on the time you watch this video, it could be like, God knows what time. So, let's just get things started. On SmackDown, kick things off with Roman and the Bloodline segment with Logan Paul, and well, love the segment overall. I mean, it's Roman and the Bloodline, well, including Sami Zayn. So really, what much else is to say about that besides just pure gold? Especially the fact that Sami totally made Roman break again. Literally love that he's the only guy that can just break Roman right now. After that, we had Legado del Fantasma's debut, which honestly I was expecting, from like the old news sources and all that kind of thing. But what I was not expecting was the fact that Zelina Vega was going to be put with them. Honestly, love Legado del Fantasma, love their work back in the old Black and Gold NXT. Zelina Vega, always been a favorite of hers because honestly, in whatever she does, whether it's as a manager or just an in-ring competitor, Queen of the Ring, she always tries to give it 100% in whatever she does, and you could tell that like she's really trying to like make sure with the character or whatever she's doing is going to matter. And honestly, I think she's a perfect fit for Legado del Fantasma. Honestly, no offense to Elektra Lopez. I feel like she's kind of like an upgrade. Again, really, no offense, but she's literally perfect in that group. Really looking forward to seeing what those guys are going to do. Just adds even more depth to the tag team division, and it's just going to be more fun and interesting to see where that goes from here. Once the Usos like lose their belts, as I've mentioned before, because right now, up until that point, not much is going to change. But hey, when it does, watch out for those guys. Keep it fun and interesting in the SmackDown Tag Title division. Speaking of fun and interesting, the Cross and McIntyre segment, God, honestly, it just makes me even look even more forward to their match this, well, tomorrow. I'm so used to saying Sunday or Saturday. Now it's tomorrow. Their match tomorrow and their strap match at Extreme Rules. Really looking forward to that because it's just going to be another case of violent physicality and fun. Honestly, just wasn't expecting McIntyre to come out, but not surprised that once again he just got beat down by Cross. And honestly, I really don't know which is worse, getting beat by a leather strap or just hit with Gunther's chops. Honestly, that's a tough one. I'll let you guys decide on that one because I really won't even bother because, again, tough decision. Then after that, you had the whole continuation of the Sami and Jay storyline. For the love of God, at this point, I'm just like, Jay, get off my man Sami. He's really trying here. Hell, even Roman agreed with him. Yo, he's like, hey man, you are a hothead. Love how he said it was Sami's problem when it was like, it's always been his problem. What do you mean? But hey, now Sami's got to deal with it. And it freaking led to the New Day, my dudes, freaking having to go up against them. And honestly, the second Braun Strowman's music hit, I was just like, well, this match is over. And literally just like the match overall. Love the story of how Zayn and Jay literally arguing the entire time is pretty much what cost them the match. Honestly, I'm just like, how are these two ever gonna get on the same page if Jay just won't ever like just be cool with my dude? Like, we're literally good, man. It's not that deep. But hey, you don't trust them. It's like you not want to really accept them into the bloodline. I get it, but I'm just like, dude, we're never getting anywhere. And plus, I feel bad for Jimmy at this point because he's honestly just chilling, and now he's gonna get screened at by Roman just as much as those two. But hey, I mean, at the end of the day, what are you really gonna do? And then Gunther versus Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship. Great match. Loved it from start to finish. Just as fun as their match back at Clash of the Castle. Honestly, I figured that Sheamus wasn't going to win only because of the fact that Gunther versus Bobby Lashley is what everybody pretty much see because that's a whole other type of heavyweight kind of clash. And just imagining it would, man, that's going to be some brutal physicality right there. And plus, we're in the Triple H era, so if a fan base really, really wants something, man, you just come back, hey, fine, yeah, you can have it. But yeah, love the match. Gunther versus Sheamus. Oh, I mean, it's obviously not going to happen like a third time, but hey, we're going to get to see them go at it tomorrow in their Donnybrook match. That 6-man Donnybrook match. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. And then get to AEW Rampage. We have night was not over if you decided to keep on watching. Kick things off with the BCC, Moxley, Yuta, and Castagnoli against Roosh and Private Party. Honestly, a typical kind of match with some good spots. Overall, just loved it myself because, hey, I love the BCC. All three of those guys, all five of those guys I've been watching for such a long time. And honestly, each of them are one of my faves. And honestly, any single time if you watch the match and you just go back and see Claudio Castagnoli's swing spot, honestly, I'll take watching Castagnoli do any sort of type of amazing feat of strength move in any match, anytime, anywhere, and it will be immediately worth watching. And I know a lot of you probably agree. So anyway, love that match, love that spot. Can't wait to see what either of those guys do in the future. Well, you know, Moxley do in the future. Him and Hangman. Cannot wait. Literally. Well, heck, you know, I'm not gonna get too much into it. Story for another day. We'll get to that one. Then we had the Varsity Blondes going up against Tony Nese and Josh Woods. Honestly, I really wasn't too into this match. I really wasn't even gonna bother talking about it. But luckily, thank God for the Acclaimed, my dudes, because everyone loves the Acclaimed. Those guys honestly saved the segment entirely if you watch the show and listen to Max Caster rap. So come on. Great segment from them overall. Honestly glad they saved it because really, other than that, like I said, didn't really care about the match. But hey, anything the Acclaim's doing immediately makes every single thing relevant. Then we had the main event Rampage. Dark Order going up against Death Triangle for the World Trios titles. Now, I gotta be honest, with how heavy they were, like, kind of, I mean, it's important, with how heavy they were, like, influencing the whole, this is the anniversary of Brody Lee's last match. I was like, are they really gonna just give this to a Dark Order? Which I am 100% fine with. One, because, like, all those guys would have deserved it, and I don't think anyone would have been upset by that outcome. But because Death Triangle doesn't necessarily need to be the trio champions, only because Pac One already has a title, and the Lucha Brothers were literally tag team champions last year, going into earlier this year. But hey, they're great trios champions, and it was another case of just like crowning the first trios champ, or even the second. We literally had a great option in either faction to become trios champions. Really did think the Dark Order was going to win, but hey, Death Triangle did win, and hey, great match overall. But hey, Pac had to pull double duty, and man, did he do it great, because he literally just said, hey, I just put on a great match? Now I'm just going to do it again. Goes up against Trent, and literally this dude's gimmick right now is just using a hammer. And I love how commentators are just like, oh, you know, some questionable tactics from, like, Pac as of late. He is a bastard, so I'm just like, hey, I'm not surprised by this in the slightest. And then features that return of Orange Cassidy, which I'm surprised are just doing right again, like on Dynamite. It almost makes me feel like Cassidy might not win. Honestly, I really don't know where that story is going, only because Ethan Page a couple weeks ago was talking about, hey, I'm going to come after the All-Atlantic Championship, and so far nothing's really happened with that. But overall, Pac, Trent, great match. Way ready to kick off Battle of the Belts 4. Then we had Jade Gargill versus Willow Nightingale. Match was alright, but I think all of us really knew Jade was not going to lose. She's just on like a different level right now, and honestly, I have no clue who is even going to beat her. I don't think it's gonna be like this kind of like the kind of Goldberg thing in WCW where she goes like 173-0, but hey, she's doing good with what she's doing, and whenever someone does beat her, it will be a great moment, and you know, they'll carry on the legacy of the championship. But yeah, alright match, knew the outcome because Jade was not going to lose. No offense to Willow Nightingale, Jade just was not going to lose. I think we all knew that. Speaking of not going to lose, we knew that the FTR were not going to lose them belts to the Gates of Agony tonight. Dudes have been on a tear this year, winning the IWGP tag titles, Ring of Honor tag titles, going still alive from Sheamus here, banger after banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. Literally every time an FTR match is on, I don't care what I'm doing, where I am, I'm gonna be like, I gotta try to watch this match because it's going to be a great match. Really good match overall. Loved it. FTR doing what they do. 7-star FTR. You never, ever get tired of it. They retain, and then the classic beatdown, with Brian Cage coming down the ring. And then, War Joe getting involved. I'm honestly curious to see how this really goes, because there's 3 members of this embassy group. But yet there's Warlow, Samoa Joe, and FTR. So I'm like, who are they gonna find maybe as a 4th partner? Because I don't think their manager's really gonna end up teaming with them, even though he gets involved physically. We'll see where it goes. Honestly, it's gonna be good either way. Because like I said, I don't hate on a lot of stuff that happens. So I'm sure Tony Khan, whatever he's cooking up, it'll be entertaining. It'll be good. Don't really worry about it. But hey, honestly, really cool 4 hours of AEW and WWE television all across the board tonight. Was really looking forward to it, and they did not let me down. Oh, they didn't let you guys down either. Hopefully WWE hasn't let any of us down with Extreme Rules going down tomorrow night with that all 6 of their fun matches, which is when I'll be dropping my next episode right after the show, which, depending on when this whole White Rabbit thing that happens goes down, probably you'll have me just going on like this on camera for the entire time. But like I said, see where it goes. It's probably Bray Wyatt, but we'll see. Either way, it's going to be a cool moment, whatever the White Rabbit thing is. And thanks to Papa H, it's actually an Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So it's going to be a fun night. I'm going to be dropping my next episode as soon as that is over. So check it out and like, comment, and subscribe to this video, to my channel, if you like what you hear and want to keep hearing more. Whew, God, 12:30, man. I'm doing this since like 8 o'clock. Alright, guys. I will see you tomorrow after Extreme Rules. We're going to find out who the White Rabbit is. Like I said, it's probably Bray Wyatt, but we'll just wait and see. And hey, before I go, don't ever forget. That's the part we were supposed to remember. It's like, nah, just kidding. Don't ever forget, when you're talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe. Alright, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy Extreme Rules tomorrow. I know I will try to. Alright, guys. Deuces. Later.